just talk. Maybe we won't play music.
Maybe we'll just talk. I'm in the chat.
There we go. There is music. All right.
All
Hey, Jeff, I
right.
got an agenda today. I got
Uh,
a Jeffta. No,
no,
no, I hate that. That's terrible.
no, we can't. You can't say those. Those are bad things. Hey,
A Jeffta. All right. Anyway, welcome to I Must Drake You. I am back. Yeah, a couple of weekends, but Jeff, I had to do a show for a variety of reasons, not the least of which is I'm going to be out there this week, and
you are.
we
You're
got it.
coming
We got to
first.
talk stuff. We got to talk things. I actually, as mentioned, to do the thing that every breaking show needs: PowerPoint presentation with an agenda.
Right.
I'm Dre Alvarez. Found
Talking
most
PowerPoint. I was going to say what every card breaking show wants: talking, points being made, and no card opening.
no card. Basketball stats. We'll
Yeah.
probably get there at some point. All right. Anyway, so Jeff. I'm Dre Alvarez, found most places on the internet as Nerd Numbers. You are Jeff May, found most places at as I gotta go for the easy joke as Hey There Jeffro and as Hey There Jeffro 2, but that's with the
The
number 2,
sequel.
not with TOO. That's a homophone. I was teaching my kid about those today. So Jeff, the first thing I want to talk, and this is, I get to show off some stuff. First off, I'm wondering if we get to gift of the Magi this. I got to go to my local comic shop. My new one, I've decided, I've adopted them. It's House of Heroes in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and they basically passed the test. This isn't the test they passed, but I was there, and what I love is I saw this just Ewoks number 4 with a Gorax in the back, and we have discussed this creature on an episode of Nerd. And I was just like, okay, you got me. I got to buy this. And I was talking to you, and you're like, Dre, I found that comic and I may have gotten it for you. So when I come out there, I'm bringing this, and if we both have it, we can trade our
I have to
respect.
check it if I did because I either grabbed it or I was just like, this will be here when Dre gets
Yeah.
here.
And that's
So I have to check my bag or whatever.
All right. Now the other thing, this was the test. I had to check in person 3 stores and on the phone, I want to say 5 stores in the Fox City area for this
Nice.
DC
Also,
versus
real quick, shout
Marvel.
out to Zach for saying hi. Hi, Zach.
Hey,
See you there.
Zach. Hey, Landon. Oh, and by the way, if you have not checked
Hey.
out DC versus Marvel, I had a blast with this. So teasing the upcoming Nerd show with Jeff May and Michael Vincent Bramley.
Hey, Bob.
We discussed this comic episode, which, as mentioned, I had to go to multiple stores in the Fox City area because people in Wisconsin love DC versus Marvel, Jeff. It was like sold out all locally, but I was able to find a copy in
Yeah, and
shop.
we talk a lot about it on the show too, so I don't want to get too deep into it, but like this is a certainly like a huge nostalgia point as like that last deep breath of like these comic companies trying to stay relevant in 1995. And there's a lot of fond memories there. It's also just a lot of banging action figures together, and I love it.
Which I love. And the reason this is the one page I want to show, because again, Jeff, if I have this beautiful comic with all of those images we talk about, I want to show the text. And you can't even read the text what I'm showing, but this page here notes that Mark Grunwald, the Marvel editor at the time, said he got his start in comics in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. So again, that is why House of Heroes, and we can all agree that heroes, Jeff, are superior, right, to
We're not going to do
secrets.
this.
We're
not going to.
why we're not.
What I will say is this. What I will say is this: Mark Grunwald was a legendary Marvel editor, and when he passed, his ashes were put into the print run of one of the a trade paperback of Squadron Supreme, which was a book that he wrote.
So
And essentially, yeah.
this may join a Grail object. So Jeff, something I found out while trying to do some recon on a project we still have to do for that DC versus Marvel with Michael Vincent Bramley. You are absolutely want to go over to patreon.com/Jeff May, like it shows at the bottom. You will get the episode for free, but some spoilers for those of you that are here early. This is the first episode of Nerd that is going to have explicit Patreon-only bonus content that I was so happy to get a front row seat to, Jeff. Like, I literally had to shut myself up and just kind of like stay still and go like, I hope they don't notice me because if they do, this might stop. So there's some amazing bonus content we'll have from that episode, as well as a vote. But we're only giving the vote to true fans, right, Jeff? It's not for everybody. You got to be special. You want to kill Jason Todd, you got to be a member of the Patreon. That would be it nowadays, right? Like you'd have to be like sign up for our Patreon or something to kill Jason Todd in the modern era, something like that.
Imagine if DC Comics had a Patreon. That would be sad.
Oh my gosh, yeah. All right. So by the way, something I'm starting to like doing is like stats, sets, keeping a budget. This is of course a hobby for me, but also long-term goal for the channel and stuff, like keep the budget. This is 160 retail. I paid, but that was to support my local comic shop, Fox Cities Cards, because this was just the week of supporting local comic places, local comic shops, local card shops. Bought the omnibus in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Bought this at my local shop, the last one. 160 retail, 24 packs in a box. So I'm going to open 8. So, you can do the math. A little higher than I'd want to budget normally for a Dre'K show, but a little over 50 is more than fine.
Dre, but treat yourself, right? You might get something really, really great in this. You might get
the news for this.
Go ahead.
There should be about 1 parallel per pack. I think that is just there's 1 parallel per pack and 1 autograph per box. So our hit is an autograph, and if it's like a Jeff hit. Actually, by the way, Jeff, I'm going to use that as a nice leaping off point for a project. So we at least showed cards. I'll open 1 pack, and then we'll go to a project. So,
yeah,
Jeff, and we will use my Ewoks thing as our backdrop. How's that? Perfect.
Oh, I like that.
So, there is 1 autograph. Our hit is going to be an autograph, and if this was Jeff, the hit would be like, I don't know, your hits lately for some of your boxes, like you go over to Jeff Has Cool Cards, which is where you're at now. But if you just, happen to be listening to Autoplay or something, Jeff Has Cool Cards is the YouTube channel you're at. Jeff Breaks Cards Wednesdays, as well as I'm going to get a darker backdrop. That white's a little too reflective, unfortunately.
Yeah, the light's pretty hardcore on that plastic.
Yeah, so, but Jeff,
that,
what I was...
gigantic bag and board, by the way. That thing is massive.
Yeah, I think
you got a
might have
golden
sent
age
it for
bag
me for something. I'm not sure. I think you actually may have sent a Mint on Card flyer or Logan's art, or not Logan, Oliver's art. Oliver, if you're in the chat, that he sent along. So Jeff Breaks Cards on Wednesday at Jeff Has Cool Cards, and then as well as does mailbags on Friday. You tend to do, let's see, AJ Johnson rookie. We'll see. No matter what, I'm going to see a ton of this guy, his AJ Johnson rookie card, because he's Milwaukee. Your blaster breaks, like your blaster hits, have been ridiculous. Your hobby box hits, Jeff, have left something wanting.
Pretty weak. Yeah, they've been not great. Yeah, but my Friday hits have had some really, really great pull-offs. We pulled that Ricky the Dragon Steamboat autograph a couple weeks back. That was really nice. So we've got some good ones. But I couldn't do a mailbag on Friday. I didn't get a ton of mail. I got some great stuff from my buddy Charles. But it was just like one thing.
Well, actually, there's oh, I like this, by the way. So this is I can't imagine this player is good. It's a Washington Wizards draft pick, and the Wizards have been horrible. But this is a nice Ignition rookie card. And then this is like, just a normal like Prism or Chrome. So Julian Champagne, like we're going to get 24 of these. Not bad.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, well Friday I know why you didn't get to do a mailbag, Jeff, and I don't regret the reasons at all.
Yeah, and Bob is saying, something's coming from. Bob sent me a package and a tracking number and it should arrive on Wednesday. So I'm very excited about that. So a shout out to Bob Shaw, who is here. Bob of Skull, as he's known on the interwebs.
Sorry, Jeff. I'm going to get detracted by comments immediately. So Logan and I have had a bit of a blue sky, I don't want to say fight, but basically an NBA discussion about all-time centers because of course, Nikola Jokic is climbing the charts. Greatest offensive big man since Wilt Chamberlain. And Logan is, of course, bringing up Hakeem Olajuwon, who is an all-time great. one of 4 players with a quadruple double, including David Robbins as an FYI. Hakeem is interesting because I call him a kryptonite player. He's an all-time great, but you could make the argument for better careers, accolades, etc. But that being said, he dismantled Shaquille O'Neal and like David Robinson in the playoffs, and his like finals run is ridiculous, like 30 plus points, 4 blocks. Anyway, so I'm conflicted, Jeff, on Hakeem Olajuwon. He's great. He like wins rock paper scissors against other great bigs, but I don't know if I put him top 4 all time on bigs. Now,
Why
Jeff,
is that? Because he didn't have Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman on his team?
he did get Clyde Drexler like airdropped to him, which is why I got back-to-back titles. Anyway, by the way, here is my thing. Where in the world are cards? If I had more time for a graphic, this is a fun project. This is just something to see how hard it was to get cards somewhere else in the world. So in this example, I sent Tin, the winner of the WNBA Fantasy League, on the unpopular opinion, now you don't even like this network, some Croatian basketball cards. And so I sent from Appleton, Wisconsin to Croatia. And just this is a breakdown of the numbers, which I'm trying to do more of. It cost me about $22 just shipping. So by the way, that's not shipping and handling. People, if they see those labels on eBay, will sometimes get this confused, right, Jeff? They'll say, you charged me $10 for shipping, but it only said 3. It's like, yeah, but was it in a bag? Was there any extra materials, right? So this is just the shipping cost, not the bag, the top loaders, anything else. It also cost me about 12 euros, roughly 13. Tin actually took the cost of this to get it through customs. So, because it did actually have to go to customs. I did have to like fill out a customs sheet of some top Croatian basketball players. So I was able to send 4 Bojan Bogdanovic cards. Fun note, Jeff, there is a Bogdan Bogdanovic who is not from Croatia and not related to this player in the NBA.
There's
But I have
also a Peter Bogdanovic.
What? Too many Bogdanovic.
There's also a Peter. I don't know.
And where's he from, by the way? Like somewhere else.
Hollywood.
But we have the base. We have like like older one, 2 hoops, 2 numbered, including a swatch pack. This is the one I was really excited about. This is Dražen Petrovic, one of the greatest Croatian basketball players and one of the biggest what-if stories in NBA history. I have 2 rookie cards, and then in the same NBA hoop set where his rookie card is at, this is just mean. You will notice that he shows up on a card of the Detroit Pistons beating the Portland Trail Blazers. And I actually did have a Mario Hezonja rookie card to send along. So I sent this cool package of Croatian basketball players along to a fantastic fan, broke down the cost, and like I said, this was just a fun project. We're like, how hard and how expensive is it to send something around the world?
I was going to say, you sent 6 cards and it cost you like $36 to get them out there.
That's base, and it took over 2 weeks. And addition, Jeff, that's like, as we noticed, all of these are in top loaders, right? There was a mailer. It's also my time. So, this is just one of those fun things. But it's like, if you are a cool enough fan, if you win the WNBA Fantasy League and also are interested in numbered Bojan Bogdanovic cards, because that's the thing. Every time I pulled one of these, I just started cracking up because I was like, what? I'm like, this is my case hit, right? Or whatever. I'm like a swatch patch of Bojan Bogdanovic. I'm like, yay. Yep. And someone wanted it. And I'm like, okay, that makes this all worth it.
Pull another one.
Let's see if we, by the way, Jeff, you've done this before. You've called things on shows. We're back to breaking. If I pulled a numbered or autographed Bojan Bogdanovic card, I am going to laugh so hard.
You're going to give it to me because I'm so good and talented.
I'll give it to you, and then you can get in a fight with
It's famous. Where was my call? Complainer LeBron James, who embarrassed himself at the Celtics game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's going to cry himself to sleep.
Right. I mean, he was. Did you watch that game?
I did not watch that game. The Celtics are really good, my friend. And didn't he get injured in that game?
He supposedly.
Oh yeah.
But he, like, literally every shot he took, he would be like, "Where was my call?"
I mean, I hate to say it, like, one of my favorite players of all time is Manu Ginobili, underrated, but notorious for that as well. And it's like, if it works, same in football, right? Flopping, Yeah, you and I have had this lame discussion. I think I got, oh dear
Is
God.
that a Scoot Henderson?
It's behind. So is this my
Oh,
auto, by the way? So we got Jordan Poole. I'm not
oh, if you got
thrilled
Scoot
about the
Henderson
back of these
auto,
cards,
that's
but let's
fucking
see.
bad.
So, oh, that is cool though. So not an auto.
Oh,
What is this?
sure.
What
Look at
type is this?
that is a
It's
like
and
sparkle
and I'm
something.
gonna have to like you and I have discussed this a little, but I don't mind it so much about the modern era, Jeff, with all the different card variants, but it's like, god damn, is it hard to track down like what this is? Because if I go over to like TCDB, they're like 40 insert sets. It's not going to say it
Yeah.
on the card right. So it's like I
It
don't
might
mind all the.
have a it might actually have a the serial number at the bottom might have be like one number off of the other version. So maybe put that aside, and when you find if you pull another Scoot Henderson, compare the serial numbers on the bottom.
Okay, and so I'm doing the due
That might
diligence
actually
of
help.
just. Well, that is. I mean, here's the good news: is Scoot Henderson was a pretty decent rookie, young player. So this is the kind of stuff you want, which is cool cards of young players that can develop into something. And this set itself is also cool. This is going to sound like a weird comment. There aren't really any standout rookies in this year's crop. So last year was the year of Victor Wembanyama, and then Amon and
Yeah,
Usser. I'm going to mess up the pronunciation. The Thompson twins that were actually the cover of 2023-2024 NBA hoops. They're amazing. Last year, you could really have made the argument that the rookie class, like you could have made a really good NBA team. Victor Wembanyama, Brandon Pajemski, the Thompson twins. You could have made a really good team out
Thompson
those. He
twins.
is one of the higher rated. Klingon,
Yeah,
he's decent.
you
But
got a green parallel coming your way. That's pretty
ooh, that
exciting.
looks nice. I do like these cards. Dante DiVincenzo bounced around. He's in a New York jersey for the Timberwolves. Don't know why he gets bounced
He
around
looks
so
like he's
much.
trying. He looks like he's trying to fight me in a parking lot.
Yeah, he's coming for Jeff, right?
Look at that. That's the exact. That is the pose of a man who is trying to fight you out next to a bunch of like Priuses.
By the way, Klay Thompson, I loved this. Was such a stupid signing by the Mavericks. I love it so much. KCP for the Denver. This is
Oh,
interesting. So he's on. Oh, we lost him to the Magic. That's right. We got our Zubats, by the way. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Zubats is Croatian too, if I'm not mistaken. I'll look him up. Yep, this is Croatia. I did not have any good Zubats to send along, like any numbered,
huh.
but I can put that along for the next $50
Nice. They
Croatian
paid
pack.
$78 so you
Yeah.
can send somebody a base card.
This is cool. We got next Jonathan. I love that name,
For,
Furphy. You're just my
yeah,
new favorite, and this is a cool set. And then
yeah. That's somebody who's lying about their name when
Nick
on their application.
Batum. This is like an
Johnny
underrated.
Johnny Murphy got banned from the local Applebee's. So when they were like, "Aren't you Johnny Murphy?" and he was like, "No, I'm Johnny
I
Murphy."
I love that like premise. And then he's going up for the draft the next day or something. Like he's going to the combine, so he has to keep it. Someone's like, "You look like
Yeah,
you could play basketball. Join me at the combine tomorrow." And they're like, "What did you say your name
you
was
you
again?" And he's like,
you
"What
look
the
a
hell?"
lot like disgraced player Johnny Murphy. He's like, "But I'm not. You see, for I am Johnny Murphy, as it says right here on my name tag." It's like, you didn't have to wear a name tag here.
It's like, I think I did. How's he gonna remember me? Kuminga. Oh my god, he's one of the. I feel bad because he's one of the players that I'm like the Golden State Warriors who are doing great now with Jimmy Butler. I'm like they didn't even need to sign Jimmy Butler. They just needed certain players to stop playing, and he was one of them. And the other one they was Schroeder, and they traded him. These
Back
names are.
home, Daddy.
No, something felt wrong about that. I love this. I'm happy to get this card because Carl Anthony Towns to the Knicks, amazing signing. And I just don't know what to do with like the Knicks being a well-run team. It's they're not
Yeah.
supposed. They haven't been in years.
Well, they haven't been well run yet.
Ooh, I may
Wait
have
till
to like pass this along to you or Adam Todd Brown because you've
yeah.
definitely mentioned him a few
uh,
times.
back in the comment saying you get the Johnny Murphy rookie card, everybody. Jim meant real name.
Yeah, I kind of want that sign now just for that reason. And then I'm like, why did you write it? Why did you write Murphy? He's like, that's how I write F's. I'm like, sure it is. Malik Beasley. Okay, we got it. This one's nice. A Jaden
Oh, look at
McDaniels.
that. Jake McDaniels road to.
Ooh, that's
Ooh,
cool.
it's numbered
This
to.
is so mean. This is the Timberwolves mode to the finals. He did not. You fucking. This is mean on so many fronts. One, they didn't even make the finals, and two, I take this as a personal affront, Jeff. This is one of the
You
games
don't have
the Timberwolves took down my Nuggets.
every team gets a road to the finals. You know that, right? Like every team's like, hey, you can get in there.
And then Fred
We'll
Van
put it
Vliet. I made the argument that the Houston Rockets should have traded Fred Van Vliet for.
famed wrestling personality and interviewer Chris Van Fleet.
He's cool. I've been. It's funny. I saw something recently. I didn't realize he did this. He was doing an interview with Woody Harrelson and what's his name? The other, one of the Hemsworth brothers. And Woody
Oh,
Harrelson.
Liam finds out that he didn't know his brother was
And
Chris Hemsworth.
he's like, you know what? I see it. He's like, I see it. I can see how you two are brothers, seeing as you look alike and have the same last name.
Yeah, and you're both very tall.
And Van Vliet's
Yeah,
an
Chris-
awesome interviewer. Here we go, Jeff. Here we go.
Oh, nice.
Got our Skybox Jokic straight from 1996. That's cool. We got the. Here's the thing, Jeff, because I've heard you I've heard you and Adam bring this up a lot, and here is the key. I have a small defense on this. Bronny James Jr. After Kevin Garnett got signed with the Minnesota Timberwolves to a max contract, NBA execs went nuts and like capped max salaries. And this is what you have to do for players like LeBron. You cannot pay them what they're worth because they put that in the rules. So you just have to give them stuff they want. So like the Lakers can't say we'll pay you $200 million instead of $100 million. They're like, we can pay you $100 million and put your son on the team. And this is why like every single one of Giannis's brothers is employed in the NBA.
But the embarrassing part of that is that like it's not like when Tom Brady got like his own TB12 shit put in Gillette Stadium as like a way to avoid the salary cap, right?
Ooh, that's a cool card.
Like,
That's tight. This
thing.
is just
But
based
you know
with
you know what that doesn't do though?
Oh, nice. This is a good one. Sorry,
somebody
one sec. This is a really good one. I think it's just an insert. It's normal, but this hoopla Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, it's a 2-horse race right now between him and Jokic for MVP this season. All right, so what you were saying is Tom Brady, famed Tampa Bay's quarterback, Tom Brady, and you said it wasn't embarrassing, but I mean, yeah.
But it's not like that's not taking somebody else's opportunity away. Where unfortunately, the Bronny James thing is stealing somebody else's opportunity. That's the problem.
Ish. I mean, he's not going to be in there for long. Like
he's still taking a roster spot, man. Like that's still, I find it incredibly unethical, and so I don't have to.
How is it?
Whereas,
ethics. I mean, I will give you like weird, but I don't see in the slightest how it's unethical. Where in NBA history, there have been a number of players, like Brian Scalabrine is actually a good example, not in a bad way, where if you're going to look through roster spots 9 through 12, a lot of times it is players that the stars like, players that get along with the coaches. And so I don't see, I mean, ethics gets into a weird spot.
Okay, so what you're saying then is that locker room leadership and stuff like that is important, right? That's a thing that we see. Scalabrine, a good example. That thing is Scalabrine would beat Bronny James's ass one-on-one.
But
right?
I mean,
like that's
the point is that there are players on rosters. There are players on rosters. I mean, he belongs on the Bulls. This guy's like
Bulls. Bronny is an accessory to the player that you're trying to make happy, but that's not going to make the other players happy. They're going to be pissed that a roster spot for somebody that actually had a chance is no longer there, and that's why they're not going to get another fucking title. So that's my problem with that.
I mean, let's point out a couple things. In terms of titles, I mean, here's, by the way, just to briefly actually get back to the cards, I love the NBA debate. Something that I was reading about the set is I do just love like the look. This is a comment we've made. Box hit or whatever aside, right? These inserts look cool. The cards look pretty. When we talk about breaking, there is, of course, the wanting to get your money back, right? If you spend over $100 on a hobby box, wanting to get a hit that, in theory you could sell, like resell now. For instance, all of my like Victor Wembanyama's, I can I made money on my NBA Hoops 2023-2024 guaranteed. I can sell all those at this point if I wanted to. I can hold them with the assumption that Victor Wembanyama is going to come back. I could have just held the boxes and turned them around. All of those went up in value, which is nice. But liking the cards too is a major thing.
Yeah.
And so far I'm liking this set.
So valuable, yeah.
I am really liking the shays I've gotten. But I mean, when it just comes down to people on rosters, here's the problem. And I think Logan in chat has said this before, like the number of second rounders that aren't going to go anywhere or whatever. It's just NBA history is literally littered with not great players that are on teams because they knew the coach. The biggest Nepo baby all time, by the way, is Austin Rivers, who got a lottery spot because of his dad. And his dad literally signed him to contracts he shouldn't have had. But it's nothing new. I don't have a problem with it. I don't see it as unethical. And the argument you're making of the Lakers aren't going to win another title because of Bronny, it's like, no, the Lakers aren't going to win another title because it's really hard to win a title when your star is one of the oldest in the league.
And when
nice.
you had,
Nice. This is a good one. Zach Edey, rookie card. And I love this. Aaron Gordon
you
is
don't
one of my
get to make your point and then shut me up.
I can.
How dare
I will
you,
let you
Greg?
finish your point, but when I get the cool cards, all right, go for it.
Well, what I'm going to say is, it's very hard to win a championship, and there are lots of reasons, right? It is a various several plinko boards, of things going down or whatever, right? And like plinking around and not getting it. And one of those things is losing an opportunity for development talent because you had to appease the oldest man in the league, who happens to be still a very good player. I understand that. But what I'm getting at is this. The Lakers turned themselves into a clown show by doing that.
I mean, the
And
Lakers are like second in the West right now. I find that hard to call
Yeah.
a clown show.
No. I'm not saying from playing perspective. I'm saying from a future perspective and from a team building perspective. It's become I now view that as a clown show because they've shown that like the important thing, and I've seen Winning Time. I get it. I know that this is LA and it's a whole thing, but like by doing that, you're
look at
basically
that,
just
Jeff. I may have to bring that out for you. Yeah, I apologize to shut you up there, but that is just a nice nobility
love that
Jason
one.
Tatum.
Jason Tatum's so good.
I love Jay. Okay, so I want you to finish your point, then I want to wax effusive about the Celtics as I tee up the. I mean, here's the thing: the Lakers literally have just traded for the best player in the league. Most second round picks don't become anything. They're keeping Braun happy. They're fine. It's in terms of like bad things front offices have done or even players have done. I don't rank that super high. I do, and I think it's more than fine. Like what I've kind of said is, if you look at players like LeBron James, it's really hard to stay motivated when you've kind of done everything, which he has. And so stuff like I've argued beating Kareem's record. Look at this nerdity, Jeff. I belong at a card show. Now let me do the.
Charles Barkley's right about the points thing, though.
What?
I said Charles Barkley is 100% right about the points thing, though.
What about
it's not hard to break the points record when defense is not really a thing anymore. Like it's such a different thing that it's like they should be two different records.
Oh, well, the hard thing actually is something you've brought up before, which I do agree with, is a couple things. Longevity is just really difficult. The NBA is a lot harder of a place. Agreed with that too. Well, what am I trying to say? Not like when you're talking defense, a lot different. Like they did change the rules, and then players realizing they should use the 3-point line. It's not hard to break the scoring title. I mean, Kareem was ridiculous when he did it. So I do think it was. I do think it's kind of hard.
Getting into fist fights while he was doing it.
Yeah.
Like
no, I mean
Kareem had like challenges when he got in there, and now it's like you have to be skilled, but it's like a zero. Like, of course he was going to do that because he's not getting crashed into the way other players were. There's no Dennis Rodman in the NBA now. And it's funny, actually, watching the Celtics-Lakers game this weekend, they played it like it was 90s ball, and LeBron could not handle that. It was awesome.
Yeah, I'm conflicted on a lot of fronts because, you have older players that Charles Barkley, as an example, just kind of had to stop playing. And I'm like, is that better? Like when people are like, oh, players these days are soft. I'm like, don't you want the players you love to last? I do think LeBron beating that record is ridiculous because I thought Karl Malone and like Kareem to stay healthy for like 20 years and be scoring 25 points as a 40-year-old in the NBA is stupid. So Jeff, by the way, here is the what I was going to try and do quickly as our. Okay.
Yeah. Nothing. Go ahead.
So Zach asked if I got the auto. I have not gotten my auto yet. I have broken a third of the box. So my box hit is in theory still there. I did get some cool stuff though, right? So I got like this Jason Tatum, these nice inserts, including Zach Edey he's a faux rookie because he was actually drafted last year. So I mean he is rookie, but I'm saying this isn't the year he was drafted. So I think I even have some Zach Edey the year before, but got that. Got it. Aaron Gordon. Got some decent got some Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I love that gravity one. Yeah.
Yeah, these are nice looking cards. I got some MVP players on some cool inserts. The inserts each, go to heck the Warriors. I love this is a nice Batum card though. He's younger, was an amazing player. He's kind of an older role player that's bouncing around now, but still a cool card. I do want to get Jonathan Furphy signed. I gotta find Jonathan Furphy now. And I guess
where's he at?
He's in Indiana. He's not far from me. I've driven through there. And then Croatian phenom Ivica Zubac that I can start prepping for my next send out.
Maybe we can find him in LA. We'll have to be like, where does Ivica Zubac go?
Yeah. Zubac is on the Clippers, so he's actually close by, or was.
Yeah, I saw the Clippers.
So I was going to say, Jeff, here was the question to you, and I'll see how fast I can get through this. I'm coming out to town, of course, and I don't know if we'll even have time for this, but, we're going to be doing some breaking, of course, and whatever. But if we did want to do any slab trading, I wasn't sure. So I have my box of slabs. I was just going to quickly go through them and see if there's anything, because I know you have that key grip slab from Street Fighter the movie. Is it an 8 or a 9?
It's a 9.
Yeah. Oh my God. See, I don't know. Now these for sure no, right? Like these are my Impel, the ones that I bought at a card show, and some of them were dinged up. They're like 5s and 6s. But didn't know if there were any slabs you might be interested in. I got this Gem Mint 10 Caitlin Clark I got from Adam Todd Brown.
That's yours. We do not.
Yeah, Jewel Lloyd is awesome. These 10s. These are like not that. None of these are tradable, but cool to show off. Devin Booker Gem Mint 10 rookie card franchise future. That's a cool card.
Nice.
Got my Michael Porter Jr. Gem Mint 10 GMA card, so it's sure.
Yeah, so it's
probably. And I got this for free. It was $5 at the card shop, and I said, how dare you put it at $5? And they threw it in for free. I got my Victor Wembanyama. Let's see, do I have a spare? By the way, that's an interesting question. I think I'm keeping. Yeah, this one I saw at my local card shop. I saw this as 80 base, and I have this as Gem Mint 10, so that's nice.
Oh, nice.
I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, this might be harder to do. Like maybe we can do offline, but if we want to do any slab trading, we can maybe do that when I'm out there. Because of course I'm going to bring some stuff out with me. I have.
Well, I think we're gonna go. We're gonna be doing some good stuff. We're gonna be Man, it's so funny just seeing that divot in the corner of that cable card.
Yeah, it's
like how it came as a 5. I was bummed that Caitlin Clark came back a 6.
I do really love the Leafs. I might bring, if this is all right with you, I might bring some cards along to take advantage, but I'll make sure you're well compensated because I let my PSA membership lapse after my last. I was like, I don't know, I'm not really in the grading game.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
I have an EJ Tackett who is just doing amazing, and these Leafs have been doing well. I have my Pete Weber that's a 10, and this is my Jason Belmonte, which is a 9. And my James Harden auto, which is a 9. So those are some cool ones. So yeah,
I love that the Harden back a 9. I don't think I saw that.
I mean, a 10 would have been amazing, but I mean, I'll even just throw that. Yeah, these cards, if you look, these are super thick cards. This is an auto. The fact that came back, the fact that I've tasted a 10 is just definitely spoiled me on Leaf, and I am a huge fan of theirs. So All right, Jeff, let's end the show as we always
Well,
do.
hold on. I want to find out if that I'm looking up on eBay now. I want to look up if that anybody sold one of those. If anybody has sold one of those, whatchamacallits. Oh, I guess we can check. You know what, Dre? If give me a second, I'm gonna pull up the PSA app, and I want you to give me the serial number of the. Hold on. Oh, they changed the whole thing. So, how do I search? They changed their app, and it became a weird little thing.
All
but
right,
services.
James
Scan a card. I don't want to scan a card.
Leaf.
Oh, they did a whole weird thing. Never mind. It's also PSA's really had some really terrible deals over the past couple of weeks. So, all right, what's the certification number of that card?
All right, so of the Harden that I just put away, let me see.
Yeah, I want to look this up. And yeah, that Ray Brownie
You're
Brown.
talking up
card.
at the top right, like
it's its serial number. It should be like 10 numbers.
I feel like I'm like getting like gonna lose this card somehow. Like Jeff stealing my identity. 97447217. And let me know if you need that again.
So I have 97447217.
Yes.
Okay. So this is a pop 1 with 0 higher.
Yes.
So you have not only the only one of these in existence at a 9, but there are no 10s either.
Love it. I think I think I saw like either a 5 or a 10, maybe that like a gold one that I think was higher. But I'll take that, and I love that. That's one of my favorite cards, favorite breaks. I need to turn that into a short, by the way, Jeff. Something we've been discussing for the channel is more shorts, more additional content. Make sure you like and subscribe while you're over here. Jeff has cool cards. What I was going to throw, Jeff, by the way, though, is if we talk this, the Where is Jeff this week. So it's coming in 2 weeks. And I'm going to have to finish editing it before I head out there, Jeff, or while I'm out there. But we have Nerd, DC versus Marvel with Michael Vincent Bramley, coming out early the third Monday of the month for Patreon subscribers, and for everybody, the third Thursday of the month this month. But, as mentioned, you are extra going to want to be a Patreon member for that, because this one actually has bonus content, and very much like DC versus Marvel, we went meta with the voting. And by the way, I do want to give full credit ahead of time. Like, MVB sprung that on us. I was just like elated, because that's like was so meta and so awesome. We're going to have a vote component to the show, and I want credit where credit's due. MVB came up with that. Fantastic artist of So Much You Know. That'll come out the 20th of March, early on the 17th of March, with a voting component. You were saying you have an awesome Jeff Has Cool Friends coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, I have.
For patrons, if you got to wait a week.
Yeah.
If you're not on patreon.com/Jeff May, but Jeff.
So I'm going to be joined by one of my absolute favorite artists. Her name is Andrea Gazzetta. It's Andrea and then Guzzetta. And that's her like Instagram, her website, all of it, like her Patreon is all Andrea Gazzetta. You all should check out her page, like check out her Instagram. Like Dre, if you have your phone available, like look at her Instagram right now. Like her stuff is so good. It's so cool. It's like both like bubblegum pop with incredible talent, but also like bleakly sort of like, it's almost like Lisa Frank if she were like a Renaissance version of Hieronymus Bosch or something like that.
I only bring this up, and I'm now following her on, I got that right. Following her on Instagram. Do you talk any autism, ADHD? And I only bring that up because that is a label on her Instagram account.
We talk a little bit about it. Yeah, we talk a little bit about like the spectrum and stuff like that. Yeah.
And Jeff is now underwater for some reason. Did you dunk your head or something?
Oh, sorry. I don't know what happened. Am I still underwater?
Not anymore.
No.
It briefly sounded like it. It sounded like as we started talking.
No, it can't. You can't say those. Those are bad things. Hey.
Jeff. All right. But
hold on.
yeah, you sound good now.
Hold on.
But
Let
yeah,
me I have to
well, that's
I'm
fine.
gonna do
That's fine, Jeff. I didn't want any commissions
No,
from Andrea Gazzetta anyway. They are now
here we go.
closed.
Here we go. Right here. Right here. I'm right here.
Yep. All right. I do like that. My kiddo's gonna like that duck one, by the way. I'm just looking at the art of Andrea Gazzetta.
Yeah, she's so good. And not only do I have, did I have her on, but we're also going to be grabbing some stuff for patrons. Any members of the rookie card tier are going to get some bonus treats, which is really nice.
Love that. So that comes out tomorrow. If you are a
Yep.
member of patreon.com/Jeff May, and it will have bonus content. If I am allowed to ask a spoiler, not a major one, minor, do you do anything
Yes.
gamify, gamey?
Do I play any games?
Because you have been
You're
doing that
asking.
on bonus content. And I've been digging that.
Let me tell you, Dre, the bonus content starts with me saying, I'm going to maybe play some games with you. Then she gets very excited, and then it goes in a very interesting direction.
I am so looking.
Like,
Sorry,
bonus
Jeff, I'm ignoring
content-
you for the art. These art. Oh man, these are cool. These are.
I told you, right?
This
Like,
is
isn't it
awesome
crazy?
stuff. I'm loving like there's this one of like almost a cat skull or something, or is it it's this is like meta. It's like a bear skull, a translucent bear skull around
Yeah, it's
bears.
the glass. They're the terrarium. She does terrarium stuff. She did a great Polly Pocket one. All of her stuff is like really incredible, and she's a fascinating person. And we got reconnected through another Cool Friends guest because we were both on the live Horror Virgin podcast that was at Flappers.
Love it. So again, we're verifying that's tomorrow, patreon.com/Jeff May for patrons with bonus content that like I already wanted the bonus content. Now extra want the bonus content.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Like it's a really good episode. They've been some absolute bangers. And also a great example of like February was pretty much all Dr. Finkbeiner because people really wanted more, and the guests that I had lined up had gotten an audition and then had immediately started working, so I couldn't get them on the show. And all the comments were like, oh, we'll just listen to the Susan Finkbeiner episode again and all that. And I was like, well, shit, like, let me just finish it up. I didn't get enough with her anyway, so we did that one. And so now I've got Andrea Gazzetta, so it's been really, really great.
What's funny when you brought that up is my initial comment was like, fine, Jeff, way to have someone with a similar name to me that's cooler. And your retort was just to say, but her stuff's really good. Like you didn't even try. You were just like, yeah, you've been usurped, Dre, but they're cool, so it's fine. I'm like, fair enough. Now that I've seen it, I agree. All right, so let's see. Wednesday, you're going to be doing a break. Anything you got on deck for Jeff Has Cool Cards? I must break you.
So I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do on Wednesday because Friday, Dre, did you watch when I showed everybody what I got you to open with me?
I am very excited about the set that you have picked out.
So on Friday, we're going to do a very special I Must Break You / mailbag that we're going to do with a Marvel Studios Series 2, which has 2 autographs in there.
You know what's a bummer, Jeff, is I'm bringing them out with me. Hopefully I'm not. So here's the irony: is I would have had a good kind of junk set for you to have ready Wednesday, but then to save on shipping, I'm just going to bring them out with me on my carry-on. These I picked up for you at a card show, as I mentioned, because you had kind of mentioned the I Must Break You was originally like junk cards, silly cards. So I have these Hunchback of Notre Dame cards that would have gone good for like a junk Wednesday break. But irony of ironies, Jeff, they're not going to be out there until Thursday.
Well, you know what, though? Those will be really great for either when we do the miscellaneous junk Wednesdays, or they'll also be good for like a mailbag Friday, too.
Oh, Jeff, by the way, I got to spoil this, too, because I've already shown this to you, but this was something that I've had to mail you. It's a Target gift card I've had for you since December.
A Target gift card with Santa.
Oh, Jesus Christ, too. Well,
what's really great,
yeah,
too,
this is great. This is fantastic timing. This is
Yeah, yeah. If
this,
there's one company that we want to put
that
money
I
into
want to
right
give my
now,
yeah, right. I'm taking that off the air. I don't even want them getting like the page views or whatever, right? So
no, screw it because you can have that up there while I say fuck Target.
all right,
I'll
we'll take it.
I'll use the gift card because the money's already spent. I'll use the gift card and I'm gonna shoplift so much shit from them.
All right,
Oh, I'm gonna shoplift the
we'll
hell
say
out of
it's
them.
parody. Don't get Jeff. We don't need more deplatforming.
I'm gonna crime Target.
Jeff. All right. Anyway, so, and I completely I was just more laughing at it. I was like, here's your Christmas card in March. All right, Jeff. Thursday, of course, is Mike Mayhew Studios. I'm hoping to get a front row seat, depending on when my plane gets in, Uber, all
So
that.
you're landing in between my two shows. That's right. So you'll probably, if I'm guessing, right, by the time you deplane, get your bags and then get on, you'll be arriving at Mike Mayhew Studios just as I'm starting the 2 o'clock show.
That would be, well, it depends. It's interesting. I'll have to see because I'm flying into Burbank, right? And the thing I've heard you and Kim say on your shows is that is the superior airport and less problematic, et cetera, et cetera.
By far.
And so I am hoping that everything goes smoothly, but who knows? I'm just going to do carry on, right? I'm not going to do checked because I don't want to risk that. So all that being said, we shall see, Jeff. Here's hoping. And
We got you. We got
all right,
you.
Friday we got good stuff. I don't know if you have specific timing planned or if you have anything else going on Friday schedule wise, but we'll figure that out.
Well, we have Mint on Card at night. Normally on Fridays I do boxing at 9 and 10, but that's going to be a little bit different for obvious reasons. But yeah, we're going to have a good time, Dre. Very excited about having you out here.
All right, should be fun. Anything else, Jeff, before we end the show?
Now everybody just patreon.com/Jeff May if you want access to any of the cards that I open on camera. I will rob Dre when he comes here and give away all the cards he brings. So that's very exciting too.
That'll be the lamest robbery in history because I'll be like bringing them for you.
And then I'm going to steal them.
Like the ones I'm bringing to trade are like, if I bring any to trade, which, like I said, may or may not happen, it's like those will be the ones that are silly and kitschy ones. And the one I'm bringing for you and stuff I'm bringing for you is worth more. So you're like, I stole this $10 card from Dre, even though you had a more expensive one or whatever. So that'll be fun. We'll see. That's not a hard robbery either, Jeff. Like, have you seen you on Instagram? If you follow Jeff on Instagram, hey there, Jeff Rowe 2. He is a giant and scary.
I'm not scary.
Last time I was out there, we it wasn't even brief. We were going to do the check dance, right? Like we were at a place. I went for my wallet, you went for your wallet, and I'm like, Jeff, you put that wallet away or I am going to have to ask you very nicely to put your wallet away. Anyway, Jeff paid. Because, I figured it was cheaper than a broken bone if I had tried.
I would never harm you, Dre. Hey, everybody, thank you all for watching. It means the absolute world to us that you hung out with us on a Monday night, watch Dre open some cards, listen to us fight about basketball, and then make plans for when Dre comes out. Stay tuned. Make sure you hit subscribe because, of course, Dre's going to be with me on Friday. We're going to be doing a very special I Must Break You. We're going to be working on my studio. We're going to be doing all sorts of fun LA things. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, and then I was going to say, I don't know what I'm wanting on our break, Jeff. I don't know if I want a Jeff box hit, right? Like, I don't know, because it's a lot of Marvel stuff. So I'd be.
Do you mean
yeah, like the Marvel like the collection you've got. I don't know if I want like a really lame hit, like a Christmas ornament or something, or if I want a really good hit. So we'll see.
From that box?